About 3 years ago, I got a call from Mayor Palmieri, and he asked me if I could meet him here at this site. And when I got here, the school was still up. It was surrounded by a cement wall, and most people who looked at the site would say to a person, "That's an eyesore." But what the mayor said to me is, "I look at this as a hope and an opportunity." Pretty outside the box thinking from my standpoint. And when he did that, he also gave the Housing Authority a challenge. And the challenge was, let's make the vision and the commitment a reality. Because he had a vision and a commitment. That vision and that commitment was that he had a responsibility as the leader of this community to take this site and utilize it as a catalyst for revitalization of the neighborhood, a catalyst for providing that hope and that opportunity, but more importantly, to enhance the quality of life of a fellow human being. And there isn't anything more important than to help a human being, especially those that are in need, that are elderly, that are disabled, that are at risk. And this is the type of development that provides that catalyst and that opportunity for those people that are in need. About 2 years ago, if everybody recalls, the mayor made an arrangement with Governor Cuomo to have a cabinet for a day, where all of the leaders, administrative leaders in Albany came and visited Utica. He invited me to go on a tour, was the Commissioner of Homes and Community Renewal. And we stopped at this site. And again, at that particular stage, the city had already raised the building, spent the necessary money to start that dream and make it a reality. And the mayor proceeded to go through a litany of reasons with the Commissioner of HCR as to why money should be allocated for this project. To me, when you combine vision, commitment, and passion, that's the recipe for a great leader. And because of Mayor Palmieri's leadership and his vision and his desire to bring hope and opportunity into people's lives, Roosevelt residents will in fact become a reality. And we have over 500 applicants for 50 units. If that in and of itself doesn't show that there is a demand and more importantly a need for what we're doing here, I don't know what does. And it all started with the hope and the opportunity that Mayor Palmieri brought to this initiative when we met 3 years ago.
Actually, it might have been Brian Thomas that called initially, told us they have a building here that was contaminated, needed help. That's the New Century Club. We came, we took a look at it, we put some numbers to it. We thought we could do something with this as our sister company, Asbestos and Environmental Consulting, takes care of this kind of work. We saw what we can do. We struck a deal with the mayor to buy it. We have historical preservation approvals, so now we're in the process of renovating this building. 1 week after we purchased the property, the roof collapsed. We came in, we shored it up, and we allowed to save it. If we had not bought it, it would have been a tear down and a cost to the city. So the benefits, I think, here of working with the mayor and what he's done for us is the benefit to us is we get to develop a historic building. The benefit to the city is they didn't have to pay for a tear down. A second building we grabbed was the security building at 120 Bleecker Street. That was another one. It was a pigeon-infested, mold-infested place. 5 floors. We went in, we abated it, remediated whatever it was, that hazardous materials. The entire building, 15,000 square feet, is leased to a law office. Again, that's another potential tear down, but now it's being renovated. It's a $2.5 million renovation. The business climate we find in Utica is much more friendly than, let's say, Syracuse. The mayor is willing to meet with us. He's willing to listen to what we might need or have, and he understands fully what we're trying to do for the community, and at the same time we recognize what he's trying to do for the community. So it's a great public-private partnership that we have. Recently, the 1900 Bleecker, the former GE plant, came up for discussion. Again, that's another contaminated building, approximately 200,000 square feet. It's a big project. It would be a big undertaking, but we strike a deal to purchase the property from the city or from the IDA, and we've already garnered some interest in some tenants. Our goal is to help the mayor, who is keen on helping anybody potentially in the footprint of the hospital get relocated and not lose them outside of the city. So not only do you gain a hospital, but you maintain the businesses. His interest to us and his expression to us is we need to try to help get these people and save them and keep them in the city of Utica. So we have interest there. So across the street, 252 and 248 to 250 Genesee Street are the Kempf buildings. There's two buildings distinctly, one taller, one shorter. We purchased both of those. They're really the last storefronts on this stretch that need to be redone, and the mayor has stressed to us that he wants to make sure that this stretch is up and coming again, right? How can we make it look better? What can we do? So we're going to look at putting retail and or restaurants in the bottom floors. Up floors might be office on the shorter building, but on the taller building we're looking at potentially putting residential, which would house either professionals or other staff from the hospital who would be close by, so that they stay, work, and live in downtown Utica. And that was one of the mayor's goals here, was to try to get people to stay, live, and work in downtown Utica. And I've been in a lot of other cities, but this mayor is so in tune with what the people of the city of Utica want. It's a pleasure just doing business with someone who says, look, this is what I need. He's pretty straightforward. And for me, I'd rather cut through the BS and get to what he wants. We're ingraining ourselves into the community now that we have 5 buildings in Utica. We'll look at more, but we enjoy seeing the growth here. There's more going on here than in Syracuse, which is a bigger city, as you know. And that's because the mayor is just pushing things and making things happen here.